some breaking news on the House impeachment inquiry. We have breaking news on public opinion on impeachment. And we have breaking news that will probably get lost amid the impeachment chaos. But in any other presidency, it would dominate the news cycle, and for good reason. This afternoon, the Senate Intelligence Committee put out a bipartisan report about Russia's interference in the 2016 election via a massive social media campaign, quote, harming Hillary Clinton's chances of success and supporting Donald Trump. This is a bipartisan Senate report that reinforces Robert Mueller's key findings at a moment when the president and his lawyer are recruiting foreign governments to help them discredit Mueller's key findings and to try to distract from the president's other efforts to get foreign governments to dig up dirt on his possible 2020 opponent. Those efforts to interfere in the 2020 election are now the focus of an impeachment inquiry where the evidence continues to mount and public opinion shows possible signs of moving. According to our new NBC News Wall Street Journal poll, hot off the presses right now, 5 p.m., a combined 55% of the country now supports the president's either removal from office completely or supports an inquiry to determine if he should be removed from office. 24% say there is enough evidence right now to remove the president from office. 31% support the impeachment investigation. 39% do not support impeachment. This inquiry has been open for exactly 2 weeks, and there is slightly more appetite to pursue impeachment on Ukraine than there was in the wake of Mueller's final report after 2 years of the Russia investigation. That does tell you something. Does that mean we've hit the ceiling of support for impeachment? Or is this the floor Democrats are starting with? It's going to be a long process, folks. So take all this public opinion almost as a starting line. Bottom line, there is public appetite to hear the case. A lot of people want more evidence before making up their mind. Not an illogical way for the public to respond. Hello, YouTubers. If you're watching this, it means you've checked out our channel, so thank you. Now do me a favor, subscribe by clicking on that button down there. Click on any of the videos to watch the latest interviews and highlights from MTP Daily and MSNBC. You can get more Meet the Press content every morning in the First Read newsletter. If you're tired of content that you don't know anything about where it came from, you don't have to have that problem with us. NBC News, MSNBC, MTP, and the Meet the Press mindset right here for you on YouTube. Subscribe now.